me and make me after thy will. While I'm waiting, yield and still.
She was just a lovely person. When she meet people, you'll think she had known them all the time.
Family is grieving. A child is left without his mother, and a community is still searching for answers. This after a tragic shooting in that county that authorities are calling a murder.
Nene always was a funny, jokey person. She wanted to make people laugh. She liked to party.
Get it smooth. Get it smooth. Get it smooth.
Ladies, if that little voice in your head has ever whispered, something ain't right about him. Whether he's put his hands on you, whether his past makes your stomach turn, whether you're laying next to him right now making excuses because you're tired of being alone. I need you to listen, because Tanesha Parker had that same voice, made those same excuses, kept those same secrets, and 7 days after posting paradise pictures in Jamaica, her 4-year-old baby found her body. She could have been any of us, should have been here with us, but she ignored that voice we all hear. And now her son has to grow up knowing what his mama looked like in a crime scene. You're on TikTok Crimes. We cover what happens when social media fame turns fatal. TikTok stars, Instagram couples, Facebook influencers. When their posts become crime scenes, we break down exactly what went wrong. These aren't just viral stories. These are real murders, real victims. Subscribe right now if you want the truth behind the trending hashtags, because by the time something goes viral, somebody's usually already dead. Here's what happened.
Say what now?
We only was supposed to do a photo shoot for an hour. Just come here and do a photo shoot and go home.
But what?
It's been all day.
It hadn't been all day. It's been
all day.
Bishopville, South Carolina. If you know, you know. The kind of place where everybody's auntie knows your mama. Where you can't buy milk without running into 3 people from church.
Go, Nina. This take 2. Two.
So imagine we in Holy Convocation, they call me up. We're going to have a song by Tanesha Parker, Sister Parker, Evangelist Parker. So this will be my go-to song. Have thine way, Lord. Have thine way.
Take your time.
Thou art the potter, and I am the clay.
I love the enunciation. Pronounce the words, girl.
Mold me and make me after thy will. While I'm waiting, yield and still. Come on and clap your hands. Glory to God.
Even in a place where folks pride themselves on knowing everybody's business, nobody knew Tanesha Parker was in trouble. 30 years old, single mama, voice like an angel. Tanesha was that woman at church who'd catch the Holy Spirit during praise and worship but crack jokes in the parking lot after service. The type who'd give you her last $20 but read you for filth if you came for her baby. She worked hard, loved harder, and trusted. Well, that's where our story takes a turn, doesn't it?
You good? You good? Good grandma's son. Good grandma's son. Good. Oh, he good.
Her 4-year-old son was her world. And when you're raising a boy alone, when you're playing mama and daddy, when you're trying to show him what a man should be without one around, sometimes you start looking. Not desperately. Tanesha wasn't desperate. She was hopeful. There's a difference, and if you know, you know. Enter Germaine Wesley, 51 years old, 51. Now, I'm not saying age gaps can't work. Some of y'all are living your best life with older men who worship the ground you walk on, And I love that for you. But when a man old enough to be collecting social security is sliding into the DMs of a woman young enough to be his daughter, we gotta ask some questions. He went by J Smooth. J Smooth. In 2024. Sir, the only thing smooth about you should be your bald head at that age. But here we are. But Tanisha didn't see a walking midlife crisis. She saw possibilities. She saw a father figure for her son. She saw someone established, mature, ready to settle down. What she didn't see was coming. Now, let me tell you something about J Smooth that should have had Tanisha running like her edges depended on it. This man had a resume, and I'm not talking about work experience. 2021. Arrested for causing serious bodily injury to a woman. Not a fight, not self-defense. Serious bodily injury to a woman. That's red flag number 1, 2, and 3, all by itself. But wait, there's more. Because men like Germaine don't just stop at 1. They escalate. They test boundaries. They see what they can get away with. And in 2022, he decided assault wasn't enough. This man shot a woman in the head. I need you all to hear me clearly. In the head. Charlotte Mecklenburg police rolled up to Terrybrook Lane at 2:23 in the morning to find a woman bleeding out from a gunshot wound to her skull. The suspect, Germaine. I should be under the jail, Wesley. They charged him with assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill. Now, pause, because this is where I might lose some of y'all. But I need to say it. A man who shoots women doesn't need a girlfriend. He needs a cellmate named Bubba and 3 meals a day through a slot. But somehow, this man was walking free. Posting on Facebook, smiling in pictures, shopping for his next victim. And I know, some of y'all are thinking, people can change. What about redemption? What about second chances? Baby, redemption is between him and God. Your safety is between you and your common sense. You can pray for him from a distance. You can wish him well from another state. But you don't move him into your house where your baby sleeps. But Tanisha, Lord help her. Tanisha saw something different. Maybe he told her the other woman was crazy. Maybe he said it was self-defense. Maybe he cried those crocodile tears and talked about how he found God in lockup. Men like Germaine always find God when they're facing time, don't they? And good-hearted women like Tanesha, raised in the church, taught to forgive 70 times 7. They fall for it. I get it. I really do. When you've been praying for a man, when you've been alone for so long, when someone finally shows up saying all the right things, those red flags start looking pink. That criminal record starts looking like a testimony. That violence starts looking like a man who just needs the right woman's love. But love can't fix a man who shoots women in the head. Love can't reform someone who sees your body as something he owns. Love can't change a predator into a protector. And deep down, Tanesha probably knew that. That little voice was probably screaming. But lonely nights hit different when you're raising a child alone. And sometimes we trade our intuition for companionship. They started dating anyway. The same hands that pulled triggers were now holding her waist in photos. The same man who left another woman fighting for her life was now playing stepdaddy. And everybody around them, they saw what Tanesha wanted them to see. So they're dating now. Then boom, they're moving in together, just like that. And yes, I heard some of y'all gasp. Moving in with a man who has a literal body count? Without a ring? Without intensive therapy? without even a background check beyond what you already know is bad? Her family, oh, they saw it. You can't tell me her mama didn't feel something in her spirit. Her cousins didn't pull her to the side at the cookout. But here's how men like Germaine operate. They play the long game. He was polite at Sunday dinner, brought flowers to her mama, probably fixed somebody's car in the driveway, said yes mom and no sir. Like he had some home training. You know how it goes. He's on his best behavior when there's an audience. Shaking hands at church. Posting family photos like he'd been there all along. Playing catch with her son in the yard where neighbors can see. Never raised his voice at the barbecue. Never snatched her phone in front of witnesses. The performance of a lifetime. And Tanisha's people, they wanted to believe it too. Because when you love somebody, you want them happy. Even when happy looks suspicious. Even when happy got her ankle monitor. They swallowed their doubts because she was smiling again.
I love that. What are we doing? Nate, you look at it. Let's just see. I was just getting ready to take our picture.
May 2024 comes around and they're joking on Facebook about being married. Joking. The comments section was confused. Wait, when you'll get married? Is this real? Congratulations, I think. But it was just Germaine testing the waters. Seeing how she'd react to being called his wife. Seeing if she'd correct him. She didn't. Red flag number 75. But who's counting anymore? Then came the birthday post. Tanesha made it Facebook official. Not the marriage, but the relationship. All smiles. No bruises showing. Just another woman in love with the wrong man, broadcasting it for likes and hearts. You know what kills me? The comments were probably full of, y'all look so happy, and black love, and prayer hand emojis. Meanwhile, Danger was sleeping in her bed. Fast forward to May 2025. 1 whole year of playing house. 1 year of her son calling this man some version of daddy. 1 year of everybody getting comfortable with uncomfortable. They book a trip to Jamaica, 8 Rios. And listen, when a man who barely takes you to Red Lobster suddenly wants to take you international, your antennas should go up. But Tanesha was excited, posted the countdown, packed her best outfits, probably got her hair done special.
Get it smooth, get it smooth, get it smooth. Get it smooth, get it smooth, hey, get it smooth. Go back, hey, get it. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it.
Get it smooth, get it smooth, get it smooth. That's what she's saying in the videos. Laughing by the pool. Rum punch in hand. Sun shining on her face like God himself was blessing this mess. For 1 week, they looked like any other couple on vacation. Swimming, dining, taking all the pictures. Living their best life, or at least that's what the Instagram stories said. Nobody watching those videos would think, this man's about to kill her. Nobody scrolling past would guess this was their last trip anywhere. They came back May 18th. 1 week later, May 25th, Tanesha was dead. 7 days. That's all she got between paradise and a crime scene. Makes you wonder what happened in those 7 days, doesn't it? What fight finally went too far? What button got pushed that couldn't get unpushed? Or was he planning it the whole time, giving her one last good memory before he took all her memories? Sunday morning, Crystal Lane. The kind of morning where normal families are getting ready for church, where kids are complaining about wearing their good clothes, where mamas are frying chicken for after service. But in Tanisha's house, the devil was wide awake. Her baby, her 4-year-old baby, was in that house when Germaine decided to play God. Was he in his room when the shots rang out? Was he watching cartoons, thinking those sounds were just the TV? Or did he see everything? Did he watch his mama's last moments? Did he hear her last words? Germaine shot her in the bedroom, their bedroom, the place that should have been safe. The place where she laid her head trusting the man beside her. One minute she's Tanesha Parker, mother, singer, friend. Next minute she's a statistic. But Germaine wasn't done. See, men like him are cowards to the end. He walked to the bathroom, left her there, and finished what he started. Not on her, on himself. The same man who smiled poolside for vacation photos decided that morning that neither of them would see another sunset. But first, he sent a text. Because even in his final act of cowardice, he needed attention. "I killed her. I'm about to kill myself." Sent it to his family like some kind of twisted goodbye note. Like they needed that image burned into their minds forever. What kind of evil makes you kill a woman, text about it, then take yourself out? The kind that never intended to face consequences. The kind that sees murder as the ultimate control. If I can't have you, nobody can. The oldest story in the abuser's handbook. And that baby boy? He was left there, alone. In a house that went from home to crime scene in minutes. Left to process what no child should ever witness. Left to find his way to help, or wait for someone to find him.
Turning out tonight over in Lee County, where a family is grieving. A child is left without his mother, and a community is still searching for answers. This after a tragic shooting in that county that authorities are calling. Deputies say that 51-year-old Germaine Wesley shot and killed his girlfriend, 31-year-old Tanesha Parker, inside the home that they shared in Bishopville, and then turned the gun on himself. News 19's Josie Frost spoke to authorities as well as Parker's heartbroken family.
A devastating scene unfolded Sunday morning on Crystal Lane. Lee County Sheriff Daniel Simon says Tanesha Parker was shot and killed by her boyfriend, Germaine Wesley, at their home. Parker's family says her 4-year-old son was at the home when it happened. Family and friends called her Nene, a mother who, in the words of her family, just loved people.
She was just a lovely person. When she meet people, you'll think she had known them all the time. And everybody she meet was always her uncle or her cousin. She didn't see color.
Parker's family says she loved church and singing.
When I think about her, I think about the songs she did.
Nene always was a funny, jokey person. She wanted to make people laugh. She liked to party.
Investigators say Parker's boyfriend, Germaine Wesley, sent a text message to his own family early Sunday, admitting he had shot Parker and was going to end his life. When investigators arrived, they found Parker in a bedroom and Wesley in a nearby bathroom, both with gunshot wounds. The family said they had no warning or signs of trouble in their relationship. Now her family is left with memories and a promise to protect the child she leaves behind.
I think about how she was such a giving person. And I just can't think of her gone, really. I keep thinking this is a nightmare or, a dream. Because Nene has always been around family.
The sheriff says authorities are still working to determine a motive.
Did, wanted, used to. The language of loss. Her family stood there, probably still in shock, trying to make sense of senseless, trying to explain who she was to people who would only know her as how she died, trying to protect the memory of a woman whose last moments were stolen by a man who promised to love her. When the news broke, Tanesha's family went off on social media. And I mean off. Raw, unfiltered pain splattered across Facebook for the world to see. Her cousin wrote, "In front of Pan is crazy though. You really ruined my nephew's life." My auntie instinct really kicked in yesterday. "Nene, me and Billy made sure he didn't see you get carried out in a body bag, sis." A body bag. Her baby almost saw his mama in a body bag. Thank God for family who thought quick enough to shield him from that final trauma. But one family member. They weren't holding nothing back. Stop saying dumb stuff to me. Stop saying dumb stuff for real. Saying stuff like, "This was all in God's plan, shut up." This stuff boils down to a coward who took Nina from us. I just know God didn't have it wrote out for Nini to leave this way. So miss me with the bull for real. I'm hurting. Just stop calling me, asking me questions, looking for news. That goes for whoever too. I don't give a fuck, and that's simply on that. You feel that anger? That's real. That's what grief sounds like when it's fresh. When people try to comfort you with empty phrases while your cousin's blood is still being cleaned up. They kept going. Nay, supposed to be here. Love ain't supposed to hurt or kill, and she simply was a victim of loving the wrong person, and it led to her death. I never want to be loved by anyone that bad. So again, miss me with the dumb stuff. Germaine a bitch. If you wanted to go, cool. But to take Nay too, shows how selfish and inconsiderate he was, and for that, I hope he rot in hell. No forgiveness, no prayers for his soul, just pure, honest rage at a man who stole their loved one. And honestly, I get it. Some things don't deserve forgiveness. Some acts put you beyond redemption. Then came the post that tore my heart clean out. Someone claiming to be her sister wrote, "I'm so angry, I'm confused. Hurt is the wrong word. Can't eat. Only a few hours of sleep. Words won't come, just tears. Why would that coward take you from us, Tanisha?" So many questions, but they all come back to exactly how we felt about that devil. Wait for this next part. He tried to disguise himself, but we saw through it. We never felt peace or comfortable with him. Not just because of his past, but because of his spirit. They knew. The family knew something was off. That spiritual discernment was working overtime, but Tanisha wouldn't hear it. How many times have we ignored our family's warnings about somebody? How many times have we said, "Y'all just don't know him like I do"? The sister continued. She was doing so much better, but of course still had a ways to go. She said, "Ma, you bring me peace. I'm so calm on this phone. I need to come see you." She didn't come. She didn't come. Those 3 words hit different when you realize that was her last chance. The last opportunity for a safe space. The last moment she could have escaped. But she didn't come. The last thing I said in the call was, "I love you, Tanisha." She said, "I know." Always jokey. "And love you, Ma." We never parted company or got off the phone any other way. I keep hearing her voice and her laugh. June 1st, Tanesha was laid to rest. The same church where she sang praises now held her funeral. The same community that watched her grow up now had to say goodbye too soon. Few days later, they held a balloon release. Black and red balloons because she was part of their black and red family. 4 white balloons for the 4-year-old son she left behind. Gold balloons because she had a heart of gold. Even in death, everything had meaning. Everything represented a piece of who she was. The person leading it said,
Some may know and some may not know. We lost someone very close to us that is part of our family. And today we're going to be doing balloon release in remembrance of her. Any and everybody that know her, she was larger than life. I did black and red balloons because she was a part of our black and red family. I did 4 white balloons because she left behind a 4-year-old son. I did gold balloons because she had the heart of gold. And today, as this circle surrounds us, this is how we're going to surround her family, her youngin', and be the village that they need. And today we remember her. So we will, as we release our balloons, we're going to release love and peace to the heavens to her. Long live Mayday. At the count of 3, we will release our balloons. 1, 2, 3.
On the count of 3, they released those balloons to heaven, watching them float away like prayers, like messages to Tanesha, like a community's love rising up to meet her where she is now. But wait, because this story gets worse. Tanesha's mother, Jennifer, she didn't just lose a daughter. This was her 2nd child murdered. Her son was killed 3 years before Tanesha. 3 years. This woman buried her son, worked through that grief, held her daughter closer, just to lose her too. Now, she's not just a grieving mother. She's a grandmother raising her grandson because bullets made that decision for her. Think about that kind of pain. Burying 2 children. Having to explain to a 4-year-old why mommy's not coming home. Having to be strong when your own heart is shattered twice over. Having to raise a traumatized child while dealing with your own trauma. And all of it was preventable. Let me be crystal clear about something. Tanesha Parker didn't die from bad luck. She didn't die because it was her time. She died because she protected a dangerous man's reputation more than she protected her own life. She feared judgment more than she feared Germaine. She worried what people would say if she left. She stressed about being a failed relationship statistic. She didn't want to hear "I told you so." So she stayed quiet. And that silence became a weapon he used against her. To every woman who recognized herself in this story, who felt that chill when I described Germaine because you got one too, hear me clearly. Your family would rather help you pack than plan your funeral. They'd rather see you single than see you in a casket. They'd rather say, "I'm glad you left," than "I wish you had told me." Stop protecting men who wouldn't protect you. Stop keeping secrets for someone who's planning your ending. Stop thinking your love can fix what prison couldn't. Stop believing that forgiveness means accepting abuse. When you stay silent, you give him time to plan. When you hide the bruises, you help him perfect his lies. When you make excuses, you write your own obituary.